Bang, bang, Southern Fried Gang. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or as I like to say, salutations. We've already got Mr. Johnny Doughton, or as I like to say, don't be doubting me, because Southern Fried Sports will come to you. You know, we're a few minutes late, but better late than never. So we've got Doughton up in the stream. We've got P Digits already popping in. And then my comment, of course, to the other JD was he said Roll Tide, and they lost to Tennessee earlier in the SEC baseball tournament. Isn't it a beautiful time, y'all? We've got all of these baseball tournaments going on. We've got Mr. Trip Wyatt. Y'all can call it a participation trophy if you want, but nonetheless, it does say Trip, and had a heck of a baseball season. Came to an end yesterday evening. So, welcome everybody to Southern Fried Sports. You might see another guy on the screen. It's my good buddy Pensman. Pensman, how are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm good, except for Hershey Bears lost tonight, and they're eliminated from the Calder Cup tournament, and the Yankees are down 3-2. So
Oh
besides
man,
that, I'm good.
yeah. Besides all of your teams causing you mental stress,
Right.
yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Currently, I've got the Pacers and Knicks on the screen. Knicks lead 71-66 with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. And then I've also got the SEC baseball tournament. Let's see. We have somebody, oh, looks like game is over between Oklahoma and Georgia. Wow, shocker. Oklahoma beat Georgia. And there's two players waving to the camera right now. That's pretty funny. Man, that's a shocker, though. Oklahoma over Georgia. Georgia was the 5 seed. Oklahoma was the 12. One of those 12-5 upsets, I guess you could say.
Back to March Madness.
Yeah, that's wild. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a loaded show coming to you this evening. My goodness, breaking news in the NFL. We've got Indy 500 breaking news. We've got drama between Ryan Clark and Robert Griffin III. We'll talk about that. Of course, that stems from another rivalry or drama. I don't know if you can call it a rivalry yet, but Angel Clark and Caitlin Clark, or excuse me, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark had this feud on the court, and it caused a feud off of the court. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Pensman's Yankees for a minute. I've got a question to ask. And
Oh boy.
I think, yeah, I've got good questions.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared of your questions sometimes because you never
I
know
know.
what you're gonna ask.
Right. Well, this is a good one, I think. This will be a
Oh,
good one.
okay.
P Digits, he says baseball is funny like that. We talked about it the other day. We talked about Gamecock Chuck and his half rubber game he created. I was scared to read that comment, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, we talked about Ghost Runners and everything else. We've got Brian also in the stream. All right, y'all, I don't know where I want to start.
What's your question first off?
Okay, yeah, we'll start off with the baseball. Okay. So, all of these lists are coming out about players that teams should trade. And the one I've heard the most for the Atlanta Braves is Sean Murphy, the catcher.
Right.
So, Pensman, my question to you is there anybody for the Yankees that you would like to see them trade for?
Paul Skeens.
Yeah, of course.
You
Of
asked.
course. Yeah,
You
right.
asked.
I'm not sure what I expected the answer to be,
You asked.
but that's accurate. I mean, the Yankees always get the best players, right?
Not
One way
always. Not always.
they've taken a lot from the Braves.
Not 90% of the time, yes. But like Soto, he went to the stupid Mets, and now he's failing, and now the whole Mets organization's mad at him. But hey, it's not my problem anymore.
Right. Well, and to be fair, the Mets manager had to come out and clarify comments that he made about Juan Soto not hustling. There was also the rumor that he had to debunk about flying separately from the team. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they said he had a clause in his contract. Turned out, though, not to be the case.
And I found out that after the Subway Series on Sunday that he admitted that he misses playing in the Yankee Stadium.
Not the other night, he didn't. He said
Yeah,
that was
and
the
then
loudest booze
yeah.
he's ever heard in his life.
I know. And then Monday morning he woke up and everything went back to normal. So I don't know if he was high on the booze or what.
Yeah, maybe. That would be adrenaline, right?
I think so. But Sunday night he says one thing. Monday morning he goes and says another thing.
Right. So Kane has this theory that me and Madcraft had an altercation and I've been disappeared. So he says if I'm being held against my will, blink twice. I'm pretty sure I'm going to blink more than twice during this show. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. P digits, we are going to circle back to that conversation. We are going to circle back to that one. And yeah, talking about Juan Soto. He does love that bank account. Love that money.
Yeah, but you got to play to make that money. So if you're not performing and you're not hustling out of the box, what good is the money?
I mean, with that kind of money, I'm pretty sure I'd pay somebody to run for me.
90% of the time that if you don't hustle, you get benched.
True. I mean, to a certain extent, should happen.
Right.
I mean, we've seen it happen with Ronald Acuna. I mean, that's
right.
more drama. And then, of course, he said something because another Braves player did it, and they didn't get benched. And he had that whole post about the manager and.
No, I get you.
But yeah, you got to hustle, man. Unless you're my kids playing t-ball. Literally the entire team was playing in the dirt yesterday. Hey, funny story, y'all. Funny story. Just remembered it. So there was a kid on the opposite team. Pensman, listen to this.
Well, I'm listening.
He was sitting down on the ground playing in the dirt. Kid from our team hit the ball. Where do you think it went?
Probably at the catcher's glove.
Went right to the kid's glove that was sitting on the ground playing in the dirt.
Nice.
And it literally went directly into his glove.
Nice.
And the
can't ask for a better spot than that.
The whole stadium busted out laughing because the kid didn't even know it. He had no idea. He had no idea that the ball had just landed in his glove. He was sitting there just, I don't know, playing tic-tac-toe in the dirt. Ball hit him straight in the glove.
That is awesome.
Everybody lost. It was hilarious. I wish I would have had a video of it.
Could have put a short up.
I know, right? Which I do have a video of Tripp. I'll have to post it for y'all. He hit the coach yesterday pretty much with a line drive.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't hard or anything, but I mean, he hit it hard, but it was, it's got like a little cushion on the ball. Coach was able to react though. Anyways, that was whole baseball rabbit hole. Yes, Doughton, I hear you. Roll Tide, man. Thanks for being here, brother.
Yeah, just wait till football season, then we'll see how much Roll Tide they do.
Yeah, well, Gamecocks got to play them.
Low Tide. Kane's got it right. Low Tide.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see how the Kalen DeBoer era plays out.
Kid, look what I found by P. Digit.
Mm-hmm. Literally, that was his reaction pretty much with that ball. And then, of course, Roll Tide, Low Tide. I like High Tide, to be honest.
I like that commercial with that guy's on the players coming out. He's always saying something Tide, and the lady corrects him. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've seen that one yet.
You probably have.
Mm-hmm. Brian, he agrees. High Tide. Goodness gracious, how many words are we going to say tonight? A lot. We're on a good pace already.
Low Tide, Medium Tide.
Oh, medium. How about that one? Yeah. That's funny.
That works.
We got Knicks. They're leading 80-74. And Doughton, oh my goodness, he wants Dabo.
I need Judge to hit this ball so freaking hard.
What inning are they in now?
They're in the 8th. And Judge is up and he's just watching.
Yeah, I was trying to check the Braves score. Does anybody have that update? Because the game was over and it's not showing anything on my TV.
That's low.
Oh, it's been postponed. Okay, there we go. Now I know. Must be raining in Washington. Is it raining your way, Pensman?
Oh, yeah, it's pouring.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There it is.
How far are you from Washington?
Far.
How far?
About 2.5 hours.
No, that ain't bad.
Yankees just tied it up 3-3. So until this game's over, so if I do this or celebrate, you know what I'm doing.
If you hear a soft hand clap from Pensman,
that's JD saying I don't care.
I do care very much.
I know.
Very much. So I did want to go back to that Paul Skeens thing. So we went.
Hitting pinstripes. Okay.
We went all the way down that rabbit hole, and it took us to crazy places.
Right.
But Paul Skeens, he's one of the listed ones to be traded.
Look.
And if anybody gets him, it can't be the Dodgers anymore, right? My goodness, can the Dodgers trade for any more players than like they already have?
They could, but I don't know how much money they have. Unless they want to give up a draft pick, which doesn't happen very often in baseball. But if the Dodgers want them that bad, I'm sure they'll come up with something.
Right. Well, hey, and we actually talked about that the other day too, is how the NFL, they use a lot of draft picks in their trade capital.
Which the Steelers should do on Chris Avila, but that's for another day.
Right. But the thing is, too, in the NFL, you have so many more rounds. Like the MLB has a lot of rounds, but is there really that much difference between the 1 to 150 players in the MLB versus in the NFL draft? Significant drop off.
Yeah.
So, it is weird, though, how the NFL can use draft picks compared to the other two leagues. Even the NHL, you tell me. I don't know. Do they use draft picks that much in trade capital?
They have, but not recently.
Right.
Like I said, if a team wants a player that bad, they'll do whatever they have to, but sometimes it happens.
I feel like it's just so common. I know the MLB trades picks too, but they don't.
That's what I mean. If the Dodgers want to give up a draft pick, but you don't hear it much about like the NFL.
Right. No, yeah, I mean, even then, if the Dodgers get anybody else, I'm going to be so mad.
Oh, you and me both.
So mad.
I used to hate the Red Sox. I used to hate my division, but now I'm starting to hate the Dodgers now.
Yeah, I've been hating the Dodgers for a minute now. I have. I mean, ever since they took Freddie Freeman from the Braves, I've kind of disliked them. But now everybody, Pensman says that the Yankees should steal Paul Keens. That would be a steal.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because Garrett Cole's on the mound. Will Warren's starting to come up, but can he keep this performance up that he's doing?
I could see the Yankees needing a little more help.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that, though, say Paul Skeens is off the table?
Right.
Would you be interested in Sean Murphy?
No. Our farm system's loaded. Austin Wells is playing well.
Yeah, but Austin Wells, y'all catcher?
Austin Wells.
Yeah, he's the catcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with him. And speaking of catchers, Higgy's back in town. If you guys don't know, they're playing the Texas Rangers tonight, so Higgy's back. And he had a nice salute back. He had a better ovation than Juan Soto did over the weekend.
Right.
So
well, and the one thing too about the Braves, let me address this too. So the rumors about the Braves and them should trade Sean Murphy, whoever came up with that. He has played pretty well. Drake Baldwin, there's no film on him. There's no scouting report on him. And Sean Murphy actually has a better ERA with the starting pitchers when he starts versus Drake Baldwin. So their difference, but if you weigh it all out versus the amount of runs they give up when Drake Baldwin is catching, versus when Sean Murphy is catching, and they're different offensive outputs, is it really that different? I mean,
I think
you know what I mean?
I think it balances it out.
Right. I mean,
I don't think there's any difference. I think it just balances it out to the middle.
Here, I'll tell you guys what. I'll look up the stats because y'all, I'm a stats
guy. I think Sean Murphy should go to Seattle or something, or Tampa Bay or something. Not the Dodgers or anything.
No, I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't even know that I want the Braves to trade Sean Murphy. I do want them to trade for somebody, but I don't know if I want it to be Sean Murphy. Like, they have one of the best.
Well, I know Brian will be happy if he trade him to the Cubs.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Cubs won, by the way. That's what he put in the chat. Cubs won today.
Oh, did they? Nice. Yeah, he also put, let me go back. Edmonton leading Dallas 3-1 in the second. And then, he let us know that the Cubs win. Cubs are good this year. Cubs are good this year.
Yeah, I don't know what they did different that the Cubs are doing good.
Going back real quick, Dabo used to roll with the Tide, and then he beat them twice. The greatest coach in modern college football history. Talking about Dabo beating Nick Saban. Let's see.
Jim Harbaugh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he did that, he said. And then, all right, Kane says, Kalen DeBoer will do good, though. He has a history of winning. Big league. Huge. In his Donald Trump voice, Kane says. Huge. I don't know if I can do a Donald Trump. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. That Drake Baldwin and Sean Murphy comparison. Listen to this. They've both played 29 games. Wins above replacement, Sean Murphy, 1.2. Drake Baldwin, 1.1. Sean Murphy has 114 plate appearances to Drake Baldwin's 90. Drake Baldwin has 30 hits. Sean Murphy has 23. Sean Murphy has 8 home runs. Drake Baldwin has 5. Sean Murphy has 18 RBI. Drake Baldwin has 15. And then when you get down to it, batting average, Drake Baldwin, 357 to Sean Murphy's 232. Drake Baldwin's on base percentage, .400. Slugging percentage, 580. So, I mean, it's even really when you think about it.
Brian has 223 with 8 home runs.
Yeah, is that not what I said?
No, I'm saying what
232?
Brian said. You said two. Yeah, Brian has 223.
Must be a
So-
typo because I'm looking at it, and I
Yeah,
don't think
no.
I might be dyslexic,
You might,
but I doubt it.
but we won't hold it. We won't hold you against it.
Yeah. Well, the thing I was curious about was the walks, because their plate appearances, Drake Baldwin, he has 90 and 30 hits, so that would be 333. But apparently, he's got some walks in there
Right.
that makes his batting average 357 instead of 333. The one I was looking for was their pitching.
Well,
Golly, and I can't remember who posted it.
the Phillies have Ribito, so they can't. That won't be work. Catchers, Mets, they have their catcher. We have our catcher.
Right.
I'm trying to think who would be a good fit for Sean Murphy, but
Can't trade him in the division.
that's what I'm saying. Ribito is good, so the Phillies would be mad if that trade happens. You'll be happy as a clown if that trade happened.
And then, so their ERA stats. So Sean Murphy, and this person on X, he tweeted out. Let's see who it is. The issues of my time. Just gave him a follow. But he posted and says that the Sean Murphy trade talk is dumb. Chris Sale, when pitching, has a 3.38 ERA. Drake Baldwin, 3.97. AJ Smith Shover. Sean Murphy, 1.88 ERA. Drake Baldwin, 2.53. Grant Holmes. Sean Murphy, 3.64 ERA. Drake Baldwin, 4.50.
Oh, come on.
Spencer,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
Spencer Swellenbach. Sean Murphy, 3.57. This is the only one that Drake Baldwin has. 3.49. So it's fair to say Sean Murphy is a better catcher for the pitcher. Drake Baldwin might be a better catcher for the lineup offensively.
How
But
is he? How is he defensively?
Well, I just gave you the ERAs, so
Right. Yeah. No. I'm saying no. That's offense. I'm
I
saying
mean-
defense.
well, no, the ERA. So I gave you the offense earlier, though. It's balanced,
Right.
but that was
I'm talking about blocks and catch
Right.
runners.
yeah. See, I don't have those stats in front.
Okay. I didn't know if you followed Baldwin.
But I mean, I would venture to say it's probably even.
Okay.
Everything else seems pretty even.
That's what I'm thinking too, but I wasn't sure who caught more stealing.
Yeah, I'd have to look that one up too. But either way, end
Right.
of the day, I don't want the Braves to trade him.
And I
I
don't
don't-
think. And if Madcraft was in here, oh, he would be mad about that.
I think he'd be mad that they wanted to trade him too. I don't know. Maybe he wants to trade him.
Mad would be mad.
Matt, he stays mad.
Yeah, that's why he's mad.
He's a good dude though. as is Kane, as is Brian, as is Doughton. Who else? P Digits. I'm sure we'll have some more people show up. I know my dad's out there listening. So, time to switch gears. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me shout out GreenvilleSportsMedia.com. Who else we got? Arden's Burger and Grill, South Florida Tribune, Pepsi Cola, W Energy Drinks, Pinsman Sports, Southern Fried Sports. I think that's everybody. So what we're going to do, we're going to change gears. Take a little break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. And as I said, we're going to change gears. What I might say next could quite possibly be a little morbid.
No.
Jim Irsay today, y'all, passed away shortly after posting a good luck on Twitter to the Indiana Pacers. He posted it at like noon. I don't know his exact time of death, but shortly there afterwards, he passed away. So rest in peace to Jim Irsay. Pinsman, I know you had some opinions about him. Please share.
First, he was an alcoholic. He had a lot of drinking issues. I think he wanted to do that to cover up his stress level, which doesn't work, but he was a good owner, though. As a Steelers fan, I hated facing the Colts when Peyton Manning was in there. He came up really big with drafting. He got Marvin Harrison, got James, got look back at all of his. Look at all the I don't know if he was with the Baltimore Colts or not, but he was awesome owner, really good. So solid owner.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of if you like the Colts or not,
you got to respect what you did.
Yeah, you got to respect him. And honestly, the only negative thing that I've really seen about the guy was recently when everybody was up in arms about him naming Jeff Saturday the interim coach. That was really the main thing, though. And the only negative thing
he wanted to give Saturday a chance because he was the best center of the Colts history in Indy. Don't know about Baltimore, but as far as Indy, he was the best center, so he wanted to give Jeff Saturday a chance.
Right. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Jeff Saturday, very intelligent human, champion, was the center for Peyton Manning. He and Peyton Manning had a little run in on the sideline before. Did you ever see that?
Oh, yeah.
About running the ball?
Oh, yeah.
Peyton Manning told, I call the plays out there. Not you. Golly. So, like I said, it's about to be really morbid, and I want y'all to watch this. This is what we call a segue in this business. So, rest in peace, Jim Irsay. He died today. The one thing that myself and Pinsman did want to die today was not Jim Irsay. It was the tush push. We wanted it dead and gone. Y'all, the tush push is the most ridiculous play because I remember a play, and yes, it's college, but Notre Dame and USC, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, 2004. Reggie Bush pushed Matt Leinart into the end zone, and he was called for a flag for aiding the runner. So if my linebacker can't push a defensive lineman, you should not be able to push the quarterback. And we mentioned Jeff Saturday. Jason Kelsey, another great center.
He's the
Super
one that
Bowl.
started it. He's the one that started this tush push.
Guess what else he was, Pinsman?
A lot of things.
He was lobbying
Mm-hmm.
for them not to eliminate it. They were 2 votes short. So Kane, Brian, P Digits, all you guys out there, are you for or against the tush push? I'm firmly against it. Pinsman, what are your thoughts on it?
I hate it. I really do. It's not a what's up, Chuck? Gamecock Chuck is here. So I can't stand it. It's unfair for the defense because they're all right there. I don't know. It's more of a rugby play than a football play. If you think about it, it's more of a rugby.
Right. Well, they Philadelphia Eagles have had a rugby person come in and help them with this play.
That's why. That's why I said it's a rugby play.
Yeah. Like,
look at the Commanders and Eagles game. They tried 5 times, and 4 out of the 5 times it was penalized. So,
and listen, I'm a firm believer, and I've heard it a million times. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We can take that down a little bit and say, if you're not trying to gain an advantage to win the game, you're not trying. You play to win the game. I get it. However, like I said, and the wording of the NFL rule is weird. Okay, it's weird because it says you can't pull or pick up a player,
but you can push.
But you can push. It doesn't say you can push in the rule, but it doesn't specifically say that you can't push.
Nudge them forward then.
Yeah. And so the next team, and
Jacksonville beat it 6 times.
I get it can be beat. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's boring, Kane. It's boring.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. So Kane says the tush shall be pushed. And exponentially now, since the Packers wanted to bring it up. Speaking of the Packers bringing it up, that's exactly what I was about to say. Thank you, Kane. Nice segue. I think the teams that are pushing to get it banned are going about it in the wrong way. Don't call it a tush push ban. Try to submit a rule change to the rule I just mentioned to add the word push. Don't try to say you want to ban the tush push play. Say you want to ban players aiding the runner. Would that, to me, that makes sense. Does that not make sense?
That makes sense.
That way the Eagles aren't singled out for it being the tush push.
And I don't know if anybody remembers or not, but the Buffalo Bills tried the tush push against the Chiefs and failed miserably.
Well, and then some people argued that it was a first down too. And that's the thing too about the Eagles. When they get
the index card,
when they get the first down, like with the tush push, there's no question about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gaining 1-2. They're mostly winning instead of losing. P Digits, he says he doesn't mind it. I understand. I completely understand. Kane, like you mentioned, Jacksonville beat it 6 times. If your team is soft, it's not the offense's problem. I hear that argument too, Kane. I do.
Me too.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to soften. I don't want to soften it. I mean, I don't know, man. I just think it's an unfair advantage. speaking of unfair advantages, we'll talk about that coming up here in a minute regarding Penske Racing and the Indianapolis 500. But Kane, my guy Kane, all right. Pensman.
Before you get to Penske, can I say one more thing?
Oh, yeah, we're not going to get to Penske yet, but yeah, go ahead.
Did you know, and chat, did you know that the Lions had a chance to vote on the playoff reseeding, but they withdraw their vote?
Right. I don't know if they would have won it anyway.
I don't think so either, but because they withdrawed it, they're like, okay, let's not vote on it.
Right. Well, and so one other rule change, though, that did go into place. I don't know how you guys feel about this one either. The onside kick. You still got to declare that you're going for an onside kick, which is ridiculous.
Right.
You got to. How about add that into the rule for? I just thought about that. That's a great idea too. How about add that in for the Eagles tush push? They got to declare they're going to go for it. Hey, we're about to do a tush push. Try to stop it.
Southern Fried Gentleman's starting to grills everybody, so be prepared.
I mean, like seriously, I've got to tell you that I'm going to do an onside kick, but the offense can push a runner. Like, they did alter it though, because it was only you could do an onside kick only in the fourth quarter, and only if you were trailing, and only if you declared you were going to do it.
Yeah.
But
just let you know, I'm doing an onside kick right now.
Right.
So you can go normal formation. That's fine. But I'm just letting you know I'm doing an onside kick.
That's crazy. What do y'all think about that one, chat? And then here, before I show the other comment that we were going to swap it up to in a minute, let's see. Brian, he's okay with the rule, but if you can't stop it, that's on your defense. Listen, I hear that argument.
I'm waiting. Keep going.
I just can't. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, though. This is going to be another fantastic segue here in a second.
I'm just waiting for somebody to say something different. If your offense can't stop it, defense is soft. If you can't stop it, that's on you. Oh, come on, people. Like, I get it, but come up with something new.
Like, and the other point that I've heard is don't let them get to 1 yard to go. Stop them on first and second down.
That's why you have your halfback.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
you can do a jet sweep. You can do something else. You can jump over the defensive line. You can't go underneath though.
Oh yeah, but special teams can't hit the long snapper, and they can't jump over the line to try to block a field goal.
Finally, somebody agrees with us. Finally.
Oh man, you guys are awesome. Now I appreciate you.
Nothing to that.
Let's see. We got Kane. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. Kane, Lions are going to spam the tush push when they meet the Packers. It's going to be so many unwanted tush push. They're going to run it on first down, aren't they, Kane? When they play the Packers. First down, second down, third down, fourth down. We're cramming the tush down your throat. And if anybody just caught that one line and takes it out of context, it's a family show, people. Eyes up here. How about that one? All righty. Let's see. Kane. He's talking about Detroit and Montgomery. He's a one-man tush push. That's what I'm saying, man.
The Ravens, the Jets, and there was one other team that voted against it.
No, there was
yeah, the Ravens and the Jets, but I forget who else.
It was they got 22 votes to ban it.
Yeah, 22-10.
They were 2 votes short.
Yeah, that's what the thing was. It was 22-10.
P Digits, he says, announcing the onside kick is dumb as well. Honestly, at first I thought it said that's dumb as hell. I could agree with that as well. Things like this are making the NFL boring. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, you basically eliminate the chance for a team to come back. One of my favorite onside kicks was the Saints Super Bowl 2009, right out of halftime. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if they would have had to tell the other team that they were doing it? Probably wouldn't have worked. Saints probably still wouldn't have a Super Bowl.
Hey, Sean, I'm going for the onside kick to start the third quarter, just let you know.
Right. Hi. My guy likes it low and outside. Throw it there.
We'll see how it goes, though. It might not be what we're talking about. It might be something a lot different.
Who knows? Let's see. MCDC going to make them regret saying anything about it. First down, second down, third down, fourth down. And speaking of down, we are getting down on a hump day. Hey, Mike. What day is it? Hump day. Y'all remember that commercial back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Name that commercial, chat. What commercial was that from? All right, let's see. Back to the chat, though. So my other segue, though, was, y'all, I'm the Southern Fried Gentleman. So can you imagine for every time y'all disagreed with me, I started going after your family or calling you out for your children or just not being very gentlemanlike? Could y'all imagine that? Because I disagree with most of you most of the time. And I'm trying to find this comment. There it is. Got it. We said we were going to talk about it. When are we going to talk about Angel Reese's jealousy and racism? So we talked about it the other day. I told y'all the story. Angel Reese shoved Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark thought it should have been a foul. She pointed to the ref in the video and was like, yo, what's up with that? Angel Reese catches the rebound that she pushes Aaliyah for. And then Caitlin gives her a hard foul. Called for a flagrant. And then Angel Reese literally tried to throw a punch at Caitlin, whom Aaliyah Boston also stopped. And that's not even the crazy part, y'all. We have two very popular former NFL players going at it because Robert Griffin III said that Angel Reese is racist. And Ryan Clark says, you know nothing about the struggles of a black woman because you're married to a white woman. Robert Griffin took that personally. They had a beef. Also, it's crazy, Ryan Clark has a biracial child. I don't know if it's with another white woman, but he doesn't have a fully colored kid. So it's okay for him to sleep with a Puerto Rican or another woman to have a biracial kid. But you can call out Robert Griffin III for having a biracial kid and say, how dare you, Robert Griffin? You have no idea what the struggles of a black woman are. Have y'all seen this drama? And it all stemmed from Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Now, no one should ever be racist. You can be respectful with your sports opinions and your discussion and your conversation.
You can joke around about it, but I think that's just a little overboard.
I mean, Pensman, Ryan Clark, former Steelers player. Was he out of bounds? What
This
I
one,
mean, what are
this
your
one,
takes on it?
this one, he was like it was just blown up out of proportion. I think he got caught up in the moment, whatever happened at home, on the way to work, or something. I don't know, but I think he got caught up in the moment of what was bugging him. I don't know, something crawled up his butt or something, but he wanted to take it out on RG3. I think he just took it a little too far, and I don't think he meant what he said, but I'm not him, so
Right, and maybe he didn't. Yeah. I mean, we all get angry, we all get mad, we all say crazy stuff sometimes when when you're mad, when you're angry. I get it, but putting stuff like that out on social media, though, that's a whole other story. I mean, Robert Griffin, he put a post up about all the things that Ryan Clark said. And it was like going after me for having a white wife, going after me for having a biracial kid, going after me for this, going after me for that. And he was like, not necessary. And what's even crazier, guess what? They have each other's phone number. If you really wanted to go that far and say what you're going to say, don't do it on social media. Be a man, pick up the phone, and give the dude a call. But Ryan Clark,
right.
I mean, Angel Reese did need defending, I guess, in that situation. Robert Griffin was out of line for saying she's racist. Here's what I'll say. I don't think Angel Reese is racist. What I do think is that Angel Reese wants to be the type player that Caitlin Clark is so bad. So badly.
Because Caitlin Clark's trying to change the WNBA to make it the NBA.
Caitlin Clark is Steph Curry. Angel Reese is Andre Drummond, Rasheed Wallace, Dennis Rodman. I mean, Angel Reese is great in her own right, but she wants to be Caitlin Clark so bad, in my opinion. So I don't know if I would call it racism. I would call it jealousy, envy. What say you guys? P Digits, Kane, envy, jealousy. But I don't know if I could call Angel Reese racist. Pensman, is that fair?
That's fair. Like I said, I think Ryan Clark got overboard. I think he just got mad and got caught up in the moment.
Right. Kane, or P Digits, excuse me. Bang, bang. That's right, buddy. Bang.
He's saying that because he got the commercial right.
Yeah, he did. It was the Geico commercial. You did get that right. We got Brian updating us. Edmonton.
So, chat, I got a question for you.
Oh, here we go.
ESPN said in 10 years, I don't know what's going to happen or not, but they just heard that they're going to up ESPN or ESPN Plus something to $30 a month. Do you think ESPN is going to do that or not?
All I know is ESPN is included on my TV. I ain't paying no more for it.
It's something with a different package. I don't know if that's ESPN Plus or not. I just heard that it's going to go up $30 a month.
We're
$29.99, but plus tax, it's like 30 something. But I think it's ridiculous.
Right. Okay. And Pensman, make a note or text me. We'll pin that for another day because we've already been priced out of stadiums.
Oh yeah.
We're about to get priced out of TV too.
Oh yeah.
So I'll cook up that on
Okay.
another day.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely make a note of that.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, make a note of that one. That's good.
I just heard
conversation.
that, and I just wanted to know what the chat thought about that.
Oh yeah. Y'all chime in, and yeah, we'll pin that one for another day.
Yeah.
So back to what we were talking about though, to get these comments in.
That could be episode 70.
Right. P digits. When they use racism, they don't have a point to make. Low hanging fruit. I agree. And again, like I said, in case anybody missed it, Angel Reese having her racial stuff yelled at her from fans and all that, not cool. Robert Griffin calling her racist, not cool. But Ryan Clark going after Robert Griffin too, not cool. Not cool, in my opinion. And then we got Kane. I'll be honest. Can you pronounce that word, Pinsman? Because I can't.
No.
I'll give it a shot. It's the ultimate Rorschach test. Any other flagrant foul with any other players, and no one would have batted an eye.
Warish. I don't know.
That's probably called Rorschach.
I know.
Hey, you know what the Southern Fried Gentleman likes to cook with a lot? Worcestershire sauce.
There you go.
Worcestershire. How do y'all pronounce it? Spell it out in the chat. Worcestershire.
I think Kane did spell it out, but saying it.
Let's see. Where do you spell it out?
Yeah.
Gamecock.
There we go. Gamecock's got the comment.
Chuck got it. There we go. Rorschach is how I pronounce it. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, that's better.
That's what I need. Yeah, Rorschach. Hey, that's all I needed, man. I need a little guidance and direction, and I know I can count on you guys.
Warish.
That sounds so close to another word. Family show, though. Keep your eyes up here, folks. Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious.
Pete Digit says Radio Shack.
He also said horseradish for Worcestershire.
Uh-huh.
Man, y'all kill me. Y'all kill me. Y'all are hilarious.
That Radio Shack's awesome.
There you go. So here, let's go back to that comment. It's the ultimate Radio Shack test. Any other flagrant foul with any other players, and no one would have batted an eye. I mean, exactly. And I asked the question the other day. I was like, hey, the WNBA, like, where's all the hype at for this year? You know, you heard about the WNBA nonstop for Caitlin Clark's rookie year between the national championship game that she lost
to the time she got drafted.
And then the time to her first game. It was all Caitlin Clark all the time.
24/7.
And then this year, I'm like, where's all the bang bang for the WNBA?
Didn't she win Rookie of the Year award too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Angel Reese was jealous and envious of that as well. So I get it that Ryan Clark was upset that Robert Griffin called her racist. However,
Radio Shack, we have questions, we got answers.
That man, I'm telling you, these guys are great. They're hilarious over here.
That's awesome.
P Digits, Kane, all these guys are great. But
holy cow.
That is, I mean, you want to know what happened to Radio Shack though? It got closed down.
So that's one question they can't answer. Why?
Yeah. The internet.
I bought a lot of stuff with Radio Shack when I was younger.
Oh yeah, man. It was probably 12-inch subwoofers and an amp, wasn't it?
No, it was a CB and fire scanner and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I bought speakers and stuff for my car. Maybe a CD player.
This
Free.
doesn't exist anymore, but why didn't you go to Best Buy for that?
There wasn't a Best Buy where I live. Man, I lived 30 minutes from a McDonald's. I was lucky to have a
Okay.
Walmart.
So you're in the woods. Okay.
Yeah, I was. Not anymore. Had to get out of there. Here, let me clear out the rest of these comments before we change it up.
Well, while you're doing that, just want to let everybody know the Yankees did win 4-3.
Oh, nice.
Jason Dominguez did walk off home run, first career walk off. So, just want to let everybody know that. That's why I'm calm and collected right now.
First walk off for Dominguez, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got another NHL update I missed. Edmonton and Dallas. Oh, is it 4-3 now?
Yeah.
It was 3-3. Now it's 4-3. Who leads?
4-3 Dallas.
Oh, man, they've come all the way back from 3-1. Wow. All right, and then Kane. Being the villain or victim wins games. It does not. In a Yoda voice. So that is sarcasm from Kane there. For all of you who do not speak fluent sarcasm. P Digits is the only one that can afford it. Oh, yeah, the ESPN Plus. There you go. There's one of your answers.
Yep.
Maybe Pinsman can, or P Digits can pay for all of ours.
There we go.
As a matter of fact, I still need to be verified on Twitter. I need more subscribers, people. Come on, man. I got to make money off of this thing sometime. Share it with a friend. Share Pinsman with a friend. Follow him. Pinsman S. I forget the numbers. What are your numbers on Twitter?
Oh, it's 3,033.
No, that's not your. No, I mean like you're not on your handle.
Yeah, 3,033.
Is it really?
On Twitter, on X, yeah.
I could have swore it started with a 4. At Pinsman.
I think it's that.
3290.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all can follow Pinsman. You can look him up on YouTube at Pinsman Sports or on X at Pinsman S3290.
My pick is looking good so far that I picked on the show. What show?
Let's see. I'm dying. That was good. Yeah, what Pete is.
Since I have you here, Brian. Since I have you here, Brian said that he's picked Dallas to win the Stanley Cup. Do you remember that? Was it on fire?
I do. I don't remember when it was. I do remember him saying Dallas though.
Okay, because him and I go back and forth. Like I remember saying it. I just didn't write it down. But
right.
I'll ask you since you're on fire up with me.
Yeah, he's definitely picked Dallas.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this. It had to be in hockey because it surely wasn't in the NFL.
Well, I picked the Capitals and they got slammed.
Even Brian knows better than to pick the Cowboys to win anything in the NFL.
You sure about that now?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. He's smart. He's very smart. So, man, we've cleared out all of the topics except for one. And like we said earlier, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying. So I'll tell you what, we're an hour in. We got everybody here. We're going to hit a little break. Make sure to go follow everybody while I give you a break. And we love y'all. And we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Again, we appreciate everybody being here. We've got 2 things left to cover. I know I said 1, but we're going to be quick about these last 2. So, Pinsman, Are you interested in the Indy 500? You
Not
watch?
really. Not
I know
really.
you don't
I
watch much NASCAR or anything either, really, right?
not anymore. Ever since Dale Earnhardt Senior died and Junior retired and Harvick retired, I just lost interest after Harvick and the whole Senior era. So NASCAR is pretty much done, and all the rule changes and like I watch it here and there, but not very often. I can't sit down and watch a whole race anymore. I
Oh
just
God,
don't. I don't know anybody anymore, and with all the new spoiler and new cars and new systems, and it's like, ugh.
right? Well, to be honest, a lot of the drivers don't like the Generation 7 car that they call it, and a lot of people do not like Penske Racing right now. So the other day, they had a couple of cars, excuse me, that were disqualified during qualifying. And it was because of something that they had modified on the car. And Penske came out the other day and said, this is just for another difficult word here on Southern Fried Sports, aesthetics. That means that they were just trying to make it look good. And it was just like a little box from the picture I saw with some wires. So I have no idea what it did or what it does. But Penske was like, yeah, it's nothing. It was just to make it look good. But then today, Penske comes out and they fire Austin Cindric's daddy, a NASCAR driver, Austin Cindric. His dad fired from Penske. They also fired the managing director and the general manager. So the president, the managing director, and the general manager all were fired because Penske said maintaining integrity in our sport is the most important thing. So, where was your integrity the other day when you said, oh, yeah, this is just aesthetics? We're not cheating. We're not doing anything wrong. But then today you fire the 3 people that were solely in charge of that happening.
Doesn't that mean you were?
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for him, Johnny? Oh, thank you, Kane. Appreciate you, buddy. Aesthetics. Man, I need you guys here all the time. I try to pronounce a lot of hard words. Hard. Can anybody spell that one for me? I just struggle with that one. Words are hard. There's a lot of comedians too. Random. This is random. But there's a lot of comedians that they discuss like how hard the English language is. One dude was talking about the word ASS the other day, and he was like, it can mean your butt, it can mean a donkey, it can mean it's bad. Like that's ASS. That means it sucks. Just like losing your job, like the Penske guys. I mean, I just don't get it. How do you tell me one day that we're not cheating, we're not doing anything wrong, and then bang, bang, y'all are fired, and it's because we're trying to maintain integrity in our sport? Pinsman, can you make any sense of that?
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And well, here's the other crazy part. So when Austin Cindric took Brad Keselowski's spot at Penske Racing in NASCAR,
right,
4 or 5 years ago, everybody was saying it was because of his daddy. Guess what? Daddy's fired.
And I don't think that was him. I think he actually earned that spot.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing too, though. Now a lot of people are speculating.
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean for Austin? Will Penske keep him around at the end of his contract. Like,
If not, he'll go to Hendrick.
right. No, I don't know about that.
He might.
Whose spot is he going to take? The only one I would trade Austin Cindric for right now would maybe be Alex Bowman. Maybe.
Don't forget that Kyle Busch changed teams. So
Yeah. Well, Kyle Busch was pretty much forced out of Joe Gibbs Racing as well.
I know, but I'm just saying that it's possible.
Gamecock Chuck says there's way too many left turns and he hates the stage format. I agree. I'm not really a fan of the stage format, but however,
What do you think NASCAR would be popular is if they went back to the Earnhardt days where anybody could win it to the last race?
no, because number one, that wasn't the case. Because there were a lot of times during those days that a lot of there was only one driver that could win it at that point. There was one time Jeff Gordon could have sat out like the last 3 races of the season.
Right. That's
And
because he
still
had
won.
points.
Right. And that, yeah, I mean, the point system, I would be okay going back to it if the point system was changed
Right.
to what it is now. So, yeah, maybe NASCAR went a little too gimmicky. But the points format needed to change. Getting 180 points to win a race makes no sense. Like, their point system made no sense.
I can see 120, but not 180.
Right. Well, now it's a point per position.
Right.
So, it's just...
I just enjoyed
know.
it. I enjoyed it when Earnhardt, Gordon, Jarrett, all those guys were in it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I came up on.
No,
Tony
I'm just saying
Stewart.
that's when it was actually competitive. Now it's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and then we had the whole Jimmy Johnson era as well.
That's what ruined stage. I think that's what ruined the stage points because that's how he won his 6 titles, basically.
Well, no, he won it because of the playoff format.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The playoff format.
Before it went to stages, yeah.
But that.
So Kane, he said that was a $5 word earlier. We've said a lot of $5 words. Spelunking, that's a $5 word. He just learned that cold as hell is actually cold as hell.
You could start a team and hire them.
Mm-hmm.
There you are. You can start a team and hire them.
Yeah. Put P Digit's hand on the hood. And probably right in the middle, it would say like P Digits. How about that? I just realized that P Digits might be, what would it be? What's the word I'm looking for?
Jimmy John's.
A euphemism.
Jimmy John's.
P Digits is a euphemism for something that we can't say on a family show. My goodness, y'all. But anyways, so yeah, a lot of people are speculating that Austin Cindric, I don't know, nepotism. That's a lot of people are saying that now. That, yeah, maybe he's going to be done because his daddy got fired. I mean, what would happen to Bronny if LeBron got fired? Not that it'll happen. But we also didn't expect Tim Cindric to get fired. He just said the other day he wasn't cheating. And then today he got fired for cheating. I mean... Choo.
Right. Knicks are up by 2. 123 to 121 with 22 seconds to go.
It was just 119 to 112, I think. The last time I looked up.
Well, I just checked. It was 123 to 121 now.
New York is notorious for blowing leads. They are.
Hey,
They are.
be careful.
Well, the Knicks.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, be careful, man.
No, I mean the Knicks though. They're notorious for blowing leads.
We'll
But yeah,
see.
I
We'll
could
see.
yeah, my bad. I could include the Yankees
Yeah, be careful.
back in 03.
4.
Was it 04?
Like, are you talking about the stupid Red Sox series?
Yeah.
Yeah. 04.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 04. Yeah.
That's when I broke my parents' TV.
My goodness. All right. So we're going to get these last few comments out. And then I've got one last thing for Pensman, and he can wrap it up and tell you where to find him in case you don't know. So we talked about that part. Oh, yeah. P Digits. Gamecock Chuck says that P Digits is a professional hand model. I don't know if I got nice enough hands. Pensman, you got nice enough hands to be a hand model?
No. Nope.
And then Kane, he chimes in. P Digits, do you do handwork? How about handiwork? Let's add a Y onto that. He does handiwork. You guys all do handiwork. We try to do handiwork on Southern Fried Sports. P Digit says, it is true. I do have gorgeous hands. I'm going to assume that face ain't that pretty, though, brother. Just kidding. Love you, P Digits. Gamecock Chuck says, oh my, how would the NBA survive with the lack of talent? He'd have to earn a spot on skill and not his last name. Talking about my question with Bronny James and LeBron. Kane, he does jobs with his hands. Yep, he might be an electrician. Kane. He might, hey, as a matter of fact.
Or a carpenter.
Yeah. He does handiwork. Works with his hands doing handiwork. Bang. Bang, bang. Goodness gracious. Talk about a great show. That was hilarious. So, Pensman, last question. We're going to get out of here. I give you the floor. Would you like to fry anything on your way out the door for a to-go meal later on?
No, just want to say, Roger Penske, I hope you get your team settled because I have respect for you, but that's pretty much it. Roger Penske is a good man. He just needs to get his team in order. So, not the tush push. No, we're done with the tush push.
Yeah,
Eagles survived it. So,
yeah, the Eagles and the tush push survived the day.
And Aaron Rodgers is soon going to be signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers because he's dealing with a bunch of things right now, and I know what it is, but I don't know if I can say it on the air.
Yeah, well, I mean, they said something about friends and personal issues. And
yeah.
That's still no reason to handle your own personal business.
I know.
We all deal with stuff daily. But guess what? That doesn't stop me from being a father to a kid who got a participation trophy yesterday for T-ball. Bang, bang.
That's right.
Oh, and also, hey, we came to you live on a Wednesday because Tripp has graduation tomorrow. So,
yeah, that's right, Kane. That's right, Kane. Rodgers about ready to suck with the Steelers. You got it.
Yeah.
One and done. Then he'll retire.
How bad would it be if Aaron Rodgers was the one that wrecked Mike Tomlin's 500 streak?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Man, that's wild. So we've developed another conversation for another day. Pensman.
Robert Slane, Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
The Jets GM. The list keeps going on and on.
But yeah, Pensman, he booked us that conversation for another day. because I have forgotten what it was already.
What about the ESPN going up to $30?
Yeah. Getting priced out of stadiums.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the
I
Knicks
mean-
are up by 1 with 7 seconds to go. 1? Come on. I don't know what it is over there, but it's last time I saw it was 124 to 123.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit behind you. And Brunson was able to get the ball out. And
Dallas is up 5-3 with 3 minutes to go in the third.
Oh my goodness. How did he bounce past that ball? Wow, what a play by Brunson. And then
Knicks
he gave
got
a
pushed
fan
to the-
a hug. Yeah.
I think this
Kane.
is good. I hope this is the next year.
So, all right, y'all. Kane says the Knicks have to push the D, and they have to do it along with doing the tush push by helping with P. Digit's gorgeous hands. And Chuck has to make a left turn. And I got to shout out Greenville Sports Media, Arden's Burger and Grill, South Florida Tribune, and of course, Pensman for joining me this evening. Pensman, you got anything to say goodbye to these folks?
Nope, just hope Knicks win because the Yankees won tonight, so the Knicks can win, and the Knicks can go up 1-0 in the Eastern Conference Final for the first time since 2000.
Yep, that would be an interesting story. I am looking forward to an epic series here. Not so sure about the Thunder.
Speaking of that, the Thunder rolled by the Wolves last night.
Oh, did they really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think they played until tomorrow.
No, they played game 1 last night.
Maybe I did see that. I don't know. I've been busy. Tripp had 2 baseball games. I don't even know.
Game's going to overtime.
No way. They just tied it. Live on the air, ladies and gentlemen. Halliburton just tied it with a buzzer beater.
Yeah. Thunder won 114 to 88.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that now. Yeah. Oh, no. His foot's on the line. His foot's on the line.
Brian says 6-3 Dallas now.
Nice. Dude, he was on the line. Did they need a 3? Oh, they only needed 2, so he's good.
Let my cards catch up to your Cubs.
Wow.
Start playing. Start playing better. Call Pujols back, and then you might start playing.
And then, as I was wrapping up the show, we're going to push on out of here with P. Digit's hands. Kane says we'll end up at the Radio Shack to eat some Worcestershire sauce. And Brian says, great show. Have a good day tomorrow. P. Digit says, I would not risk my hands. I've got contracts to abide by.
Garth Brooks has nothing to do with it.
Garth Brooks has nothing to do with it. P. Digit says, you two have a great day. Cards will catch the Cubs.
Brian says no.
And Brian says no. And say no to racism. And y'all be blessed, not stressed, and just be kind to one another. Dang it.